After the test is over, please go to the examiner to give him or her the certificates and application papers. Those who pass the test shall receive their license at window 20 in A building, along with their ID and application documents. For those who fail, the points of signal item will not be preserved. They must apply for a new driving test at window 22 at A building, at least 7 days after the previous test. Now, we will show you the driving skills required and the criteria for deducting points on the driving test for regular small cars. There are 8 major items in the driving test for regular small cars: reversing the car into the garage, parallel roadside parking, moving forward and backward on a curve, railroad crossing, fork road intersection, stability test in gear switching, going up and down a hill and pedestrian crossing. Please prepare your ID and application papers for review by the invalidator. After confirmation of identity, the examinee shall buckle up their seat belt and wait for the instructions of the invalidator for the driving test. First part: reversing the car into a garage. Reversing still has to be completed, even if a pipe is touched. Points will be deducted only once if there is no repetition. Criteria for deducting points: wheels touching pipes or the car was not reversed into the designated area, 16 points. Second part: parallel roadside parking. Reversing still has to be completed even if a pipe is touched. Points will be deducted only once if there is no repetition. Criteria for deducting points: wheels touching the pipe or the car was not reversed into the designated area, 16 points. Third part: moving forward and backward on a curve. 1. Wheel touching pipes during reversing will not be deducted points, and 1 repetition is allowed. If the pipe is touched when moving forward, 32 points will be deducted. Provided the accumulated deducted points are less than 30 in reversing, the examinee may try again only once. The second try will start from the starting point again. 2. A serial deduction applies if the engine stalls. 3. A deduction of 2 points maximum in parking. Criteria for deducting points: 1. Wheel touching pipes when driving forward, 32 points. 2. Engine stalling or parking, 8 points. Fourth part: railroad crossing. 1. When the alarm bell rings and the red light flashes, the examinee shall stop at the stop line. The front wheel must not go over the stop line. 2. In the event of power failure or breakdown of equipment, such as that the light is not working, the examinee still has to stop and then continue after confirming no trains are coming from either side. Criteria for deducting points: 1. Not stopping the car to check, 32 points. 2. Changing gears or engine stalling on the railroad crossing, 32 points. 3. The front wheel going over the designated area when parking, 32 points. Fifth part: fork road intersection. 1. The examinee has to drive according to the sign. He or she has to stop in front of the stop line when the green light flashes before changing to yellow and then red. The front wheel must not go over the stop line. 2. In the event of power failure or breakdown of equipment, such that the light is not working, the examinee still has to stop and then continue after confirming no vehicles are coming from the two sides. 3. The flashing of the green light is set at 5 seconds. Criteria for deducting points: 1. Going over the stop line under yellow and red lights, 32 points. Sixth part, stability test when gear changing. The examinee has to change to the third gear in order within 45 meters with no improper operations such as engine stalling, touching the pipe, clutch, and accelerator, etc. within that distance. Points will be deducted accordingly. Criteria for deducting points. 1. Unable to change the third gear in order within 45 meters, 16 points. 2. Unable to change the third gear within 45 meters, 16 points. 3. Wheels touching pipes, 32 points. Seventh part, going up and down a hill. The examinee has to drive up a hill according to the rules. Criteria for deducting points. 1. Wheel touching pipes, 16 points. 2. Reversing more than 15 centimeters on a slope, 16 points. 3. Engine stalling on the slope, 16 points. 4. Not parking in the designated area, 16 points. 5. Driving in neutral gear when going down the slope, 32 points. Eighth part, crosswalk. 1. The examinee should stop in front of the stop line, double yellow light flashes. 2. In the event of power failure or breakdown of equipment such that the light is not working, the examinee still has to stop and then continue after confirming no vehicles are coming from two sides. Criteria for deducting points. 1. Not stopping or not letting the pedestrians pass through first, 32 points. 2. Front wheel going over the stop line when parking, 32 points. For other improper operations during the overall road riding test, the criteria for deducting points are: 1. Switching to reverse gear when driving forward, 16 points. 2. Not driving in a reasonable controlled manner. A. Over the lines at the side of the road or the central line of the continuous line. B. Colliding with the safety island or other vehicles, 32 points. 3. Not driving on the designated route or not changing lanes appropriately, 16 points. 4. Not completing the test or missing any of the items, 32 points. 5. Engine stalling during driving, excluding at the starting point and the destination, where a serial deduction applies, 8 points. 6. Other technical items. A serial deduction applies to the same item, although the maximum points which may be deducted is 18 for other items. A. Improper start, 2 points. B. Lurching forward of engine caused by making a fast start, 2 points. C. Abnormal sounds when gear changing, 2 points. D. Not changing gears in order, 2 points. E. Improper operation of brake, including hand brake, 2 points. F. Improper operation of clutch, 2 points. G. Improper control of accelerator, 2 points. H. Not paying attention to other vehicles, especially coming from other direction. Not being aware of pedestrians. Improper use of turn signals, 2 points. I. Turning steering wheel unnecessarily after the car is fully stopped, 2 points.